I I don't think much have done a video where I talked about what I think are my 10 favorite horror franchises, so why not do here what I think are my 10 favorite horror movie franchises. Number 10, Blade. Again, Trinity is kind of goes a bunch of mine, but I still, after rewatching the two films recently, yeah, they're kind of horror, like they're kind of more horror action, but they're still horror, so yeah, I'm still putting number 10. And Trinity is one of the only reason why it's only number 10. Number 9, the 28 layer film for days and weeks being created, despite the weirdness of 20 years later, it's still a great movie, honestly. And I cannot wait to do it, honestly. If the other films are great, it could be on the list. But right now, number 9. Number 8, Alien and Predator. Yes, the recent success of the Alien Romulus and the two great Predator movie and the recent Predator movies and like one we get from Badlands later this year. Both these movies are eaten us by these franchises have very rocky ground, especially Aliens. But I decided to put them together for the sake of this. Number 7, Insidious. A surprisingly consistent franchise, honestly. Even the last couple weren't the greatest, but definitely a franchise I definitely enjoyed. I wouldn't mind seeing more of. Number 6, Psycho. Yes, the remake sucks, but the original is still a classic, and even 2 was actually a really underrated sequel. Even 3 and 4 were not that bad. Number 5, Final Destination. Again, so again, this alone with my top 2 are probably, my top 5 is so far very consistent, and Final Destination is probably a very consistent franchise. Except for the fourth one, obviously, but the other ones are actually pretty damn good, especially the recent one. Number 4, the X Trilogy. Again, one of the most surprising trilogies out there, and all 3 movies are fantastic. And all very different and distinct from each other as well. Number 3, A Quiet Place. Some of the most tense and thrilling horror movies you will ever witness, especially part 2, which, ugh, but at some point in the original, I'm like, oh my god, I was still, especially after I've seen. Number 2, Evil Dead. That all 5 movies have been great so far. Even the Ash and Evil Dead TV series is nothing but perfection, honestly. It's just a great series all around. But number 1 for me is still Scream. All 6 movies are great movies in general. Even the third one I think is actually a bit underrated. There's definitely a debate between this and the last few ones, but Scream has always been my favorite, honestly. Again, consistently good with its kills, characters, hilarious, and make it fun. The horror genre, like it does, is so effectively well. And despite all the behind the scenes stuff, I'm so excited for what they do next movie. So those are my top 10 favorite horror movie franchises. Let me know yours down below in the comments.